I'm recording. Oops. I'm recording. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't already know, my name is Lauren, and right now I'm wearing sunnies inside of my bedroom because I have conjunctivitis. So considering that I am at home and can't really do anything, but I want to make YouTube videos and be able to upload something soon, I have decided to start this new series that I thought of quite a while ago. Long story short, I've wanted to make this channel for a long time, and I've had this list in my phone of video ideas that I made back in February, and it is August at the moment, so it has been quite a while. This is really bad lighting, I'm so sorry. In life, we're always looking for the answers to who we are we not? Everyone's got an opinion about everything these days. Everyone's got an opinion about you and who you are, and the internet doesn't really always tell the truth. So I just thought it would be very interesting to see what the internet says about me. Now, this quiz that I'm doing today, I've actually done, I think, 2 times before, but like the first time I did it was years ago, and the second time was quite recently, and I got the same results. But I have changed quite a bit, so we're just gonna go back into it. I actually don't remember what it's called though, but we'll find out anyway. So I'm just gonna type in on my iPad, personality quiz. 10-minute personality quiz. Oh look, we already have personality quizzes on BuzzFeed, but the one I'm looking for is the 16personalities.com. Now, I'm gonna try and find what I was before. I think it was something like INFJ, but I can't exactly remember. Yes, I remember. I was this like green wizard looking guy with like this long beard. INFJ-T. Personality type, the advocate. Individual traits resulted as introverted, which was 76%, intuitive, 64%, feeling 72%, judging 56%, and turbulent 67%. My role is a diplomat, and my strategy is constant improvement, which sounds a lot like me. So I would say that it's accurate, but we'll see if it has changed since I last took it. How about we have a look at the website, see what it actually says about the quiz. I think this particular quiz is actually done by like psychologists or something, but I guess we'll just have to find out more. Why trust us? I mean, I can't really find an about me section, or about us section, so I guess I would just look at why trust us. Why trust the 16 personalities quiz? Modern and reliable theoretical model. Our framework incorporates the latest advances in psychometric research, combining time-tested concepts with robust and highly accurate testing techniques. Hundreds of pioneering studies dig into our studies on personality types and their impact on our lives, geographical distribution, social attitudes, relationships, and much more. Available in a number of languages. That's a reason to trust them. At 37 languages, our test is the most translated major personality test on the internet. Speaking French, Spanish, or Lithuanian, take the test in your language. Well, let's look at the framework actually. Theory, our framework. Often the very first question people ask after completing our personality test is, what do these letters mean? We are of course referring to those mysterious acronyms like INTJ-A, ENFP-T, or ESTJ-A. As you may have already learned from the type descriptions or articles on the website, which we will get to that soon. On the website, the 5 letters of these acronyms each refer to a specific trait, with certain trait combinations forming various types and type groups. But before we discuss those traits in depth, let's explore their historical foundations. Our approach has its roots in 2 different philosophies. One dates back to the early 20th century and was the brainchild of Carl Gustav Jung. Carl Gustav Jung, the father of analytical psychology. So it is based off of psychology. I don't necessarily know if psychologists created this quiz but it's based off of psychology. Jung's theory of psychological types is perhaps the most influential creation on personality typology, and it has inspired a number of different theories. One of Jung's key contributions was the development of the concept of introversion and extroversion. Now, okay, anyway. Yes, one of Jung's key contributions was the development of the concept of introversion and extroversion. He theorized that each of us falls into one of these two categories, either focusing on the internal world, introvert, or the outside world, extrovert. And then something about Myers-Briggs theory. Okay. So, I think we should just get into it. Free personality test. Fast and easy. Takes less than 12 minutes. Be yourself. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. I think that's actually something really hard about these quizzes and tests. Like, people want to imagine themselves in a different light at times. You know, you always kind of imagine yourself to be the best version of yourself instead of the version that you actually are. Complete it all. Try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Disagree. It depends. Like, I like to get to know people, but sometimes I like social events, depending. It just really depends, but I don't generally like a large group of people. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas rather than a detailed itinerary. Disagree completely. Actually, we went to the Stan Walker concert yesterday. And he was really good, by the way. It was amazing. He opened his set with, I mean, there were like 3 other people who did stuff before he actually came out, but he opened his set singing Amazing Grace, and he had songs of worship, and it was just amazing. You don't really see many performers be true to who they are, because especially when it comes to religion, because people are so quick to just hate on any religion, which is stupid. But it was really awesome and inspiring. But anyway, back to the story. We went to the Stan Walker concert yesterday, and Stan Walker is my husband's favorite singer. If you don't know who Stan Walker is, look him up, listen to his music. He's got an incredible voice. Like, his voice does not sound auto-tuned. Like, his songs and his live voice, they're like identical. Anyway, he is Roger's favorite singer, and he found out that he's got a concert, and he was like, let's go. So he booked it a few months ago, whenever they released the dates and the tickets. He booked it, and I kept asking him, I was like, what's the time? Where's the place? And all this stuff. And he was just like, oh, you know, it's here. Like, he never really looked many things up. And this was only like 2 days before. And I had a plan to vlog the entire thing. But it didn't happen because Roger did not have a detailed itinerary for the night. But anyway, I am quite detailed when it comes to what we are doing. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken its place. Thoroughly agree. I'm one of those people who like be in the shower and be like, oh my gosh, I could have said that, I could have said this and that, I should have done this, why didn't I do that? I overthink a lot of things. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Yes, I'm so bad at conversation. If you've tried to have a conversation with me, I am so sorry. I am really bad at it. Like, literally my brain, like, it's just blank, empty, there's nothing in it. I don't know how to carry a conversation. I'm just like, what do I say now? You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. Disagree. Completely. Actually, not completely. I'm getting better at that, I think. Like, a little bit. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Oh, ooh, ooh. I'm gonna put it on the middle. Disagree. It wouldn't be a challenge because I'm not really so much of a outgoing, spend a lot of time with my friends kind of person. But the reason I put it on the middle disagree button and not completely disagree is because I can get bored if my husband's not home. You are more of a detailed oriented than a big picture person. Speaking of husband, he's home from work. Agree. Oh, no. You know what? I'm going to be true. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. Slightly agree. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Oh, yeah, slightly agree. I'm working on that as well. Instead of living life with regrets from the mistakes that I've made, I want to take that all and move on from that. And make myself a better person and say, hey, that's a lesson I'm gonna learn and be better from it. Not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. But, you know, I do still get bothered by it slightly. So that's why I'm gonna slightly agree with it. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Middle agree. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalogue. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Last week, was it last week? Yeah, so last week, my husband had a week off work. And I was like, let's watch a movie. Like every night I was like, let's watch a movie, let's watch a movie. And I always had to be the one to pick the movie. You know how bad I am at just making decisions in general? I am horrible. Sorry, I keep adjusting my sunnies. When in a group of people you don't know, you have a problem jumping right into their conversation. Oh my gosh. I have a problem jumping into anyone's conversation. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get... No! That is, I hate that. I hate that. If you think that, you've got massive problems. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Agree 100%. I don't think I ever introduce myself to new people unless they introduce themselves to me, because I am terrified of conversation, especially with new people. Next, let's move on. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Disagree. I don't think I've ever had that conversation. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Mostly agree. I am learning to hang out with others a little bit more. It may not be the most obvious, but, you know, baby steps, right? Baby steps. You gotta start from somewhere. You always know exactly what you want. Mostly disagree. I mean, like I said before, I'm really bad at making decisions, but at times I do know what I want. Oh, 60%! This is much longer than 12 minutes. Maybe because I'm talking a lot. Sorry, I should get a move on.
Later that same evening.
We're nearly there, guys! 90%! After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is not what I need. Disagree. Disagree! You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yeah, mostly agree. You rarely feel insecure. Mostly disagree. See results! Oh my gosh, what is it? What do we have? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I'm different. I'm so shocked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm really shocked. The last time I took this test was in January this year because I was thinking about it. I'm different now. I am an adventurer. An ISFPT. Oh my gosh, my introvertedness has gone. Oh. I'm an adventurer. Oh, that is so funny. Okay, so here are my results. Mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. 85% introverted. That is so bad. 85. Oh my gosh. Okay, energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Observant. Oh my gosh, I've changed a lot there. I used to be intuitive. Oh, but it's very... Okay, I'm gonna have my other results side by side because you can get them sent to your email address. Okay, so I have them side by side. I'll put them up somewhere on the screen. Before my individual traits, I was introverted at 76% and now I'm introverted at 85%, so 9% more. I used to be intuitive, 64%. Now I'm observant, 54%. I'm intuitive, 46%. We've swapped the numbers around. Nature, 53% feeling. I'm less feeling now. Wow, this is interesting. Nature, this trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Tactics, this trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. My tactics, I am now 51% prospecting, where before I was 56% judging. But you can see, like, they're not huge jumps, they're quite similar. Turbulent, I am still exactly the same with turbulence. Wow. Identity, this trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. I'm 67% turbulent. So I was going to go through the description of my personality type, but it is extremely long. So if you're really interested in this personality type, which is the adventurer, for easy access, I'll just leave a link in the description box below, and you can just go and read it in your free time or whatever you want to do. I think it's actually quite accurate. I mean, it's actually crazy the fact that it's changed so much. Well, not so much, but I can't believe it's changed after the 2 times I've done it, like 2 times, and I got the same thing, that now it's different. In the end, I think all of it is nice, just fun and games, all these quizzes and everything like that, all these tests. I mean, something like this where it's actually got hardcore research in it, I think it's really good for you to understand more about yourself. But in the end, don't take everything that you find on the internet so seriously, especially when it says something about who you are. I used to do that a lot and be like, oh, it says this on the internet about me, that's who I am then. You figure out who you are for yourself. That's super important and part of all personal growth. Just be yourself and figure out who you are. I really encourage you guys to go ahead and do this test as well. I'll put the link in the description below. And yeah, tell me your results in the comments. I would really love to see what personality you have in this 16 personalities test. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do make sure to click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content about just living life and just anything like this. Again, I'm very sorry about this situation, but I couldn't do nothing. I needed to do something. Thanks for watching. Bye.